It's like, goddamn. I can't really vibe right now with you. But I like to, I like to give it a shot. Beautiful, cool, you know what I'm saying? Let's vibe more, you know what I'm saying? 90 days, I can't really force nothing too much, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, no sweat. Yeah. It's like no matter what, she's on me. She's like no average one, cause she's all free. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. It's like no matter what, she's on me. She's like no average one, cause she's all free. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. My mind feels as if my mind feels. And I know that these pretty bitches that I see, they mean nothing to a breeze, cause they all feel the pain and misery, oh my God. Can I face their little broken soul with these words of the law? You wasn't meant to be a slave, but you prefer it anyway. So I'm here to pay the way for you. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. I admire your body, but I'm really here for your soul. It's like no matter what, she's on me. She's like no average one, cause she's all free. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. Feeling for it, I make her feel for it, that's why she feeling on me. Oh, so good.
Do me a favor. Stop copying my man Shaw's style, man.
BK,
Shaw's the original.
I'm still told from the night before.
Let's go! One West, come on!
I'm about sick of these pussy ass niggas tryna rap, tryna sound like the boy 2G. I got that grip on my gun, I ain't gon' never fucking run. Pussy boy, you can never beat me. Look at that. Bumble clap. Whoa, we knock the ball, wheeling off thunder shots, yeah. Crack up, boy, you cannot roll with us. Crack your head, break your leg for just approaching us. We got our senders up, and making moves on your block make you look amateur. I got them bitches in my car, they gon' angel dance. So fuck that squad, and fuck these hoes, but I had that God with you. many times you ever seen UPK take a fucking L? Whole weight and you can tell. But it look like I'm fucking sell. Whole water like a well. That's why I never left a trail. I'm sick of these little damn pussy ass niggas tryna rap and tryna sound like me. For a big ass nigga, can't wait to see me slip, but I got grip on that ARP. Yeah, all of these hoes tryna hang out with my foes and double down and bring me all your things. I got rank, I got power, and I ain't never going backwards. Pussy boy, not even in my pantry. I ain't going fucking backwards. No. Not a fucking bid. No. I ain't going fucking backwards. No. That's your fucking brain, nigga. Huh? Who the fuck you got that stain, nigga? Bitch. My nuts gon' fucking hang, nigga. Huh? You cannot play me like no lame, nigga. Got my life fucked up, you insane, nigga? Niggas say they blocked, so that's why they had locked up. Niggas say it's block strong, but that block really patrol, cause he can't shoot in this facility. I ain't going backwards.
We ain't going backwards. Y'all going backwards, man.
Forward me, shot 2G.
We run this. Don't you understand that? One West.
Yeah. You come what you want. Goddamn, same thing about me, nigga, but I ain't going backwards. Are you crazy? Crazy? Lately, I just been in mission mode. I just been in mission mode. I can't miss none of these little hoes. Kiss my ass, no mistletoe. Lately, I just been in mission mode. Take over in different zones. We the shit, no damn commode. They try to smell that mask cologne. I came from another planet. Kiss my ass, they can't even stand me. Rustling with these hoes like Randy. Y'all fix your problem, they call me handy. Best to listen up, my diamonds dancing. Diamonds dancing. I'm dressed for war, they call me flashy. Still call me flashy. Foot on their neck, they can't attack me. They can't attack me. Gotta send my ladies by the stacking. These by the stacking. My pack tucked down, no talking drugs. These bitches might they move like wolves. We'll cut your head like that for
All right, shalom, yashala. Right, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of One West, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General Yohana. Right, today is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop it in the chat, man. Right. Until then, we're gonna get into our topic for the night, which is for us, by us, man. We have to understand, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, right? We are the Lord's chosen people, man. And these records were written by us, and they are only for us as a nation of people. With that being said, we're going to crank it up how we usually do. If you are a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian from North, South, or Central Americas, or scattered abroad, you are considered to be an Israelite according to the Bible, And this right here is your personal Israelite starter kit. All right. So this right here is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. So you can look up certain words that you may not fully understand, right? As we coming across in these scriptures, man. Along with that, you ought to have you a apocryphal, right? Authorized by a black man by the name of King James that sat on 3 thrones at one time, man. Ireland, Scotland, and England. Right? It was at the hand of our oppressor, who is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, that these records were removed out of the Bible. All right, you ought to have you one of these. Along with that, you should have you a King James Version Bible. Right? Not the New King James Version, not the English Standard Version, and none of those translations they got out there. Get you a regular King James Version Bible. This is the closest you're going to get to the original text, man. All right. Also, you know, it's like you know, with the King James Version and the Apocryphal, you have your full, complete records, man. Now we are ready to seek out what the Lord requires of us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. All right. Last but not least, you know, you need to have you a pen and pad, man. Right? Right? You need to have your pen and pad to take down these notes, man. Right? Take these precepts down. Right? Ask questions. Bring your questions to the men of the Lord in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. With that being said, we're going to get into our topic for tonight. We're going to be starting off at the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. All right. Just bear with me for a second. All right. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4, and it reads, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope as a nation of people," man. Right? As a nation of people, the things that are written aforetime were written for us, man. Right? So that we won't have to go and fall in the same footsteps of those that were here before us, man. All right, we can see where they went off and, you know, take another route, man. All right, the Lord already mapped out, you know, the things that we are to do as a nation of people, man. And we find all of those things written right here in these scriptures, man. Right? And the things that are written are for us as a nation to have hope, man. Right? You know, to find a place of comfort, man. Right? A place of peace, man, that we can have hope as a nation of people. And it comes through our obedience unto the Most High God of Israel, man. Right? These records are only written for one specific group of people on the earth, man. And that's the Israelites, who consist of the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, who are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians throughout the earth, man. Right? Who have been scattered abroad. Right? So we're going to drop there. We're going to get Romans chapter 9, verse 1. All right. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 1, and it reads, "I say the truth in Christ, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness of the Holy Spirit." Right? So this is Paul, you know what I'm saying, talking about, you know, he's feeling a certain type of way about what he's seeing going on throughout the earth in his time, right? So let's continue on to get more understanding on it, right? So it's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 2, and it reads that I have great heaviness and continuous sorrow in my heart, man. Meaning, his head is bad, man, right? He's feeling some type of way about the things that he's seeing that's going on throughout the earth with his people, man. Right? You have to understand that our people are a hard-headed, stiff-necked nation of people, man. Right? We are the Lord's chosen people, man. And he called us his sheep, man. Right? And we don't understand is sheep need shepherds to survive, man. But we want to run off and do our own thing, man. Right? We want to follow everything under the sun except for, the shepherds that the Lord put in place for us to follow, man, to lead us, man. And this is what Paul is dealing with, man. He say he's feeling great heaviness. You know what I'm saying? His head is bad, man. He feeling continual sorrow in his head, man. On his mind, like his mind is bad. Let's continue on, man. Right. Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. And it reads, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, man. All right, he's like, man, I wish that, for my people, my brethren, man, my nation of people, this is who he's talking to, right? He's talking about his fellow Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian brothers and sisters, man, that's destroyed in the world. He say for them, he wished that he could be separated from Christ, man. Right? And, he be the one that's in the world, man. And have his brothers, his nation of people looking at him, being out there destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and they be in the truth, man. And maybe then all they have to do is try to reach him, But instead, it's him in the truth trying to wake up his people, man. You got to understand, our people are a hard-headed, stiff-necked nation of people, man. But I'm going to read again. It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, man. Right? Who is his brethren? He said, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, man. Right? Your kinsmen, according to the flesh, is your countrymen, your kinsmen, your family, your nation, your tribe, man. Right? Paul is not talking about everybody on the face of the earth. Right? He's talking about his people. Right? His family, his nation, which is the nation of Israel, right? That's who his brethren is. That's who his kinsman is, according to the flesh, man. All right, let's continue on. Get verse 4. All right, this book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4, and it reads, who are Israelites, man? Right? Just what I was saying. That's who his brethren is. That's who his kinsman is, according to the flesh. Right? Who are Israelites? Then what else it says? To whom pertaining the adoption, man. Letting you know that it's only one group of people on the face of the earth that can be adopted back into the truth. Right? Everybody can't be adopted into this body, man. You know what I'm saying? All nations cannot come together and join this body, man. Right? The only ones that can be adopted back into the covenant is those who the first agreement was made with. Right? And the first agreement was made with the children of the Lord, man, which is the children of Israel, man. All right. But let's continue on. And the glory, right? Meaning the glory belongs to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And the covenants, just like I was saying, man. Right? The covenants, right? The first covenant and the new covenant, man. Right? These are agreements that the Lord made with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No other nation of people on the face of the earth, man. And guess what else? It says, and the giving of the law. Meaning these laws, statutes, and commandments that's written in this Bible were only written and given to one specific group of people on the face of the earth, man. And that's you as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It says, who are Israelites? So to whom pertained these things, man? And what else does it say? Right? And it says, and the service of God, man. You know what I'm saying? To take a seat in being a priest, being a priest and officer of the Lord, man, in the body of the Most High God in Christ in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Right? These things pertaining unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. The services of God, man. To be a priest, right? We ain't supposed to be going and serving up under another nation of people, man. Right? The Lord said, if you are to put somebody to lead you, you are to choose one from among your brethren, man, whom the Lord hath chosen, man. And he shall lead you. Right? And today that man is Commanding General Yohana. Right here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the Commanding General Yohana, man. Right? And the promises, man. Right? The promise to inherit that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will inherit the kingdom, man. Right? The promise that he made unto our forefathers, man. Those things only pertain unto who are Israelites, man. These things are for us, as a nation of people, man. And we got to take hold of it, man. Right? We got to stop wanting to share, what the Lord gave to us with everybody on the face of the goddamn earth, man. Especially when the Lord said that we are to be a separate and set apart nation of people. And the thing that makes us a separate and set apart nation of people is, law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave unto us as a nation of people, man. That's what separates us from all nations on the face of the earth, man. Right? That's why it's telling you that the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of God and the glory and the adoption only belong to one group of people. And that's who are Israelites, man. Now it's time for us to separate, having this knowledge and understanding, man. It's time for us to separate from the hand of those that hate us, man, which are our enemies, man. Right? You don't understand who your enemies are, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's these heathen nations, man. Right? It's any nation outside of the nation of Israel. The Lord count them as your enemies. And they all come together with one consent to make sure that the name of Israel is no more in remembrance, man. All right. So let's get verse 5. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 5. And it reads, whose are the father, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came, man. Meaning Christ came for one specific group of people, man. The people who belong to the Most High God of Israel, right? You know, Christ came for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who are Israelites, man. Right? And we the ones that belong to the Most High God of Israel, man. We are his chosen people, man. Right? Who is over all. God bless forever. So be it, man. Right? We're going to drop that. We're going to get Matthew 19 and 27. Right? Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. All right, and it reads, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? All right, let's continue on, man. Right, verse 28. And Jesus said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also, it's like ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Letting you know that, you know, the kingdom belongs unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right? You know, Peter asking Yahushua, you know, it's like we follow you, you know, but what's coming out of it, man? Right? He say, you follow me, right? He say that he say, ye which have followed me in the regeneration, man. When the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, man. Right? You gon' rule and judge over the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. And that's what we are, you know, setting in place today, man, right? You know, we are setting up the government, right, that will rule when Christ come back, man. Right? And we are putting those things in practice today, right here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the commanding General Yohanan, right? All right, so we're gonna drop that. We're gonna get First Chronicles 16 and 15. Right, the book of First Chronicles, chapter 15, chapter 16, verse 15. All right, it reads, be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, man. I mean, we ought to always be mindful, man, of the agreements that the Lord made with us as a nation of people, man. All right. We have to understand that he made those agreements with us as a nation of people, right? We have to stop trying to join everybody unto us, man. Or we have to try, you know what I'm saying? We have to stop trying to join, you know, everybody else, man, right? It's high time for us to separate, man. That's the only way we're going to be able to gain the kingdom, man. Right? It's through us separating from them, man, and turning back to the Most High God of Israel and serving him, man. Right? We want to get the hell out of the condition and the situation that we're going through. We're going to have to fall away from the ways of this world, man. Right? We're going to have to fall away from the lies and turn back to our power, man. Serve him. Right? And prove to the Lord that we are a nation of people that's worthy of that salvation, man. We are worthy of Christ coming back, you know, and cracking that sky with them angels and them chariots, man. All right, let's get verse 16. All right, it's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 16, and it reads, even of the covenant which he made with Abraham and of his oath unto Isaac, man. So we got to understand, right? The Lord made a covenant with our forefathers, man, through the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. He said, through Jacob shall thy seed be called, man. Right? This is an oath that the Lord made with us as a nation of people through our forefathers, man. Right? It don't say through Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. It don't say Abraham and Ishmael. Right? It says the covenant which he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, man. Right? We're not making this up here in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, man. We are doing what the world is not doing, right? And we are bringing out these records, man. You know, and it ain't for them to bring it out anyway, man. Right? Right? You would never get the understanding of this Bible in, you know what I'm saying, being in the world, man. You're going to have to separate yourself from this world and come and join the body of the Lord, man. All right, let's get verse 17. All right, it's book of First Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 17, and it reads, and had confirmed the same as Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, man. See, we ain't making this up, man. They don't say to Esau an everlasting covenant, you know, even though, you know, he's ruling in the land today. You know, this is his kingdom, right? You know, but his kingdom is not forever, man. You got to understand that the wicked is in rulership, man. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. Right? And our oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, man. Right? But like I said, and had confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, man. Meaning our forefather Jacob, man, who wrestled with an angel and received the name Israel, man. And we are his children, man. And that everlasting covenant belong to us as a nation of people, man. No other nation of people. That's for us, right? These records are for us and by us, man, right? Meaning we are the ones that wrote these records, man. You know, through the rejuvenation, man. We are back in the earth, living out, our punishment for the crimes that we committed back then, man. We are paying for those crimes today. Right? Now we're teaching you how to get the hell out of the condition that we are going through, man. So we can get the hell up out of this hell, so we can take the kingdom, and rule, man. You ain't gonna learn how to do that in no Christian church, man. You ain't gonna get that power in the goddamn Muslim mosque or in the conscious community, or any religion, Christianity, period, man. Now, you ain't gonna get this understanding of the Bible in there, man. Right? Everybody wanna use our records to, give life to whatever the hell they believe in. But they know without these records, whatever they talking about don't make no goddamn sense, man. Right? Because we are the ones that have a true living power, man. Right? And our book is the true living word, man. And it only pertains to one group of people in the earth, man. And that's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. All right, so I'm going to drop that. I'm going to get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31. All right, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31, and it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant." You hear that? Right? We talking about the days coming that the Lord was going to make a new covenant, man. Why was there a need for a new covenant? Right? Because you know what I'm saying, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we had broken the first agreement, right? The Lord said that he wasn't going to write us out as a nation of people, man. Right? So he made a new agreement, man, with his people, which is a new covenant, man. All right, so I'm going to read that again from the top. "Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah," man. Right? That's letting you know that the Lord is making a covenant with the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. Right? That's who Christ came back for, man. Christ came to separate, to bring forth the end of the separation of the nation of Israel, man. I say no longer would you be a northern kingdom and a southern kingdom, man. You're going to be one nation. You're going to be the nation of Israel, right? The two sticks are going to intertwine and become one stick, man. Be one body. That's what Christ came and brought unto the nation of Israel, man. Brotherhood, right? Bringing back the prodigal son, man. Like, what I'm saying? I was saying, I would make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Let's get verse 32. right? So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 32, and it reads, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, right? Right. So, like I said, not according to the covenant that he made when he brought us out of the land of Egypt, man. Meaning the house of bondage, right? That's what it's talking about, man. You know, when we were, up under the hand of those that hated us in Egypt, man. Right? Let's continue on. Which my covenant they break, man. Right? Meaning we broke the first agreement, man. Right? These covenants are only pertaining to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right? The second agreement belongs to the same ones that the first agreement was written to. And that's us, man. All right, so again, it says, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord, man. But we decided to go and play the whore, man. Just like we do today, man. Right? Today we want to go out and worship under a damn rock, man. Or bow down to some goddamn wood, man. Right? The Bible called those things a curse unto the nation of Israel, man. Right? You read the Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you're going to find that same Christian cross you bound down to and a rock you go in circle and fondle. You're going to find those labeled in the curses, man. Because of our disobedience unto the Most High God of Israel. These things are a curse unto us as a nation of people. And these are the things that have our minds destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Right? We would rather worship those things, right? And reject the spirit of the Lord, man. Right? We would rather go and play the whore, than to be with the Lord, man. Let's get the next verse, right? Verse 33, right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33, and it reads, right?
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
You hear that? They don't say this is the covenant that I will make with everybody on the face of the earth, man. Right? Say it's not the covenant that he's making with the house of Edom. Right? It's not a covenant that he's making with the house of Ishmael. Right? This ain't the covenant that he's making with the nation of Ham. Right? Say, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. And he's making this covenant with us, man. This is all about us. For us, by us, man. And we got to be selfish with it, man. Right? Lord say, take heed unto yourselves as a nation of people, man. Stop trying to join everybody and bring everybody in, man. Right? Our people are going to miss the kingdom because they are too busy trying to save a goddamn oppressor. They don't want to come in because the goddamn oppressor can't come in. But I guarantee you, the oppressor wouldn't let you in. Shit. If the Lord told the oppressor that he was going to get the kingdom, I guarantee you he's going to find a way for you to be in hell. You see it today. He got the kingdom today, and we are going through hell as a nation of people, man. If the kingdom of heaven had Edom on the door, and the 12 tribes of Israel be out of there. You're not walking in that gate, you know. But we want to give them everything that belongs to us, man. You know, and join them to us. You know what I'm saying? To hell with that, man. You know, that's not gonna happen here in the Israelite School Universe of Practical Knowledge. You know, 12 the gates, the kingdom of heaven got 12 gates, man. You know, and each gate got the name of a tribe of the nation of Israel on it, man. And the only way a heathen is walking through those gates is in chains, man. You know, the scriptures say that, well, we shall take them captives who captives we once were, man, and we shall rule over our oppressors, man. That's the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, let's continue on, man.
After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts.
And you know what I'm saying? The Lord said that he's going to put his law inside of us, man. Right? And when we wake up, you know, that's what's going to be on our mind, man. You know, taking on the spirit of the Lord, man. Right? I mean, we go out about our day, you know, the laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be on our mind. Serving the Lord is going to be on our mind, right? With the things that we put forth our hands to do is going to be to bring forth the spirit of the Lord, man. And that's what we are teaching here today in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. The Lord is putting his spirit back inside of us as a nation of people, man. Right? And it's happening right now. Man. Go ahead.
After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts.
Right? I mean, he's going to put these things, he's going to put these things on your mind, man. That's what your heart is, man. You know, just like you say, you know, you know something by heart, man. Right? You might know, you know, yeah, they ask you if you need somebody's phone number. You say, oh, no, I know it by heart, man. Right? That's how you know that we wrote these scriptures, man. You know, because these scriptures are written just how we talk, man, as a nation of people, you know, with slang in any language we speak, man. You know, let's continue on.
And write it in their hearts and will be their God.
You hear that? The Lord said he's going to be our God. He ain't saying he's going to be everybody's God. Right? It's going to be our God. We got to be selfish with it, man. Just like the prophets of old was selfish with it. We ain't changing nothing up, man. You know, who the hell is the one that brought you another spirit, man? Another doctrine that the prophets of old did not teach, man. We are reading what the prophets were talking about back then. And he said that, you know, he would be our God. And what else does it say?
And will be their God, and they shall be my people.
And they shall be my people, man. Right? Talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Let's see, well, Let's drop that. Let's get Hebrews 8 and 8. You got it?
The book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
See, we have it again, right? It's saying it again, right? Where else in the Bible are you going to find where a covenant is being made, you know, with all people on the face of the earth, man? Right? You know, that's another spirit. That's another doctrine that the prophets of old did not teach, man. He said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, man. Talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. Right? Meaning the nation of Israel. All right, let's drop that. Let's get Luke 1 and 72. All right, it's the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 72.
Book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 72. The oath which he sware to our forefathers.
Where you at?
Book of First Luke, chapter 73. I was at 73. It's the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 72. To perform the mercy promise to our fathers.
Hear that? No. Said to perform the mercy promised to our Father, man. All right, go ahead.
And to remember his holy covenant.
Right? Talking about the covenants that, you know, he made with us as a nation of people, right? Right? The agreements that he made with our forefathers as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's get verse 73.
It's the book of First Luke, chapter 1, verse 73. The oath which he sware to our father Abraham.
Right? Say the oath which he swore unto our forefather Abraham, man. All right, we're just reading this over and over and over. Right? Letting you know that these things only pertain to one nation of people, man. Go ahead.
Verse 74. That he will grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies.
You hear that? It said that we being delivered from what?
Out the hands of our enemies.
You know, we being delivered out of the hand of those that hate us, man. You got to understand, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have enemies, man. And they seek to destroy us, man. They seek to keep us destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? Through all their philosophy and their religions and their beliefs, man. Right? They all come together with one consent to make sure we stay destroyed, man. Right? You think they don't know what's in these records, man? You know, these other nations, they know these records. When they look into these records to see how they can keep you destroyed, because they know that these records belong to you. And as long as you stay destroyed, the Lord will never be with us as a nation of people, man. They know this. And that's why they read the Bible. They know how to keep you up under them, man. All right, continue on.
To our forefather Abraham, verse 74, that we would grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear.
Right? And we may serve him without fear, right? Let's see. All right, let's get the next verse.
First Luke chapter 1, verse 76. And though our child shall be called
75, huh?
75, book of Luke chapter 1, verse 75. In the holiness and in righteousness before him.
Right? Meaning in holiness. Right? Holiness means to be separate, man. Meaning in separateness. The thing that makes you separate is the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? That's what makes you set apart. Right? That's what it means to be holy, man. You know, to be separate and set apart, man. And in order to do that, you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? The same laws that are taught to you today that, you know, they are done away with, man. Right? All you got to do is accept, you know, the oppressor Jesus, and you going to heaven. Right? That's a lie. That's a lie that have destroyed the minds of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right? In the hell that we going through. Right? It says in holiness and righteousness before him. All the days of our life, man. Right? We ought to be seeking out to serve the Lord and be righteous and be separate and set apart from all nations on the face of the earth, man. Let's drop that. Let's get Psalms 147 and 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He said what?
He showed his word unto Jacob.
Say he showed his word unto Jacob, man. Right? He ain't show his word unto Esau. You know, he didn't show his word unto all people on the face of the earth, man. That's why you can't go to another nation of people and learn anything about the Most High God of Israel, because he only showed his word unto one nation of people, and that's the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And his judgments unto Israel. He had not done.
And it said, and his judgments, right? His statutes and his judgments unto Israel, meaning you as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are the only ones that know the judgments of the Lord, man. Right? You know the punishments of the Lord because you are the ones that are cursed because of your disobedience unto the Lord, man. Right? You know, the Moab and Ammon, you know, they eat anything that they want that come up out of the waters, man. Right? They put it on the plate, it still be flopping around, and they still stick a fork in it and be trying to eat it while it's running off the plate, man. You know, they eat it and nothing happened to you. Happened to them, right? You do it and you will be sick, man. Right? Because you know the judgments of the Lord, man. Right? You know, these other nations, you know, they live and do what they want to do, man. Live freely, right? You know, while they have the chance in this kingdom, you know, they live how they want to live and do what they want to do. But you, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you don't have that same, you know, luxury, man. Because the Lord punishes you for the crimes that you commit, man. Meaning, you know his statutes, man. You know his punishments, you know, his judgments. Right? Read it from the top.
He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel.
Read verse 20.
Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any nation.
You hear that? Say he had not dealt so with any nation, man. Meaning the Lord only deals with one nation of people, and that's the nation of Israel. That's his chosen people. He's not dealing with no other nation of people, right? The service of God only pertained to the Israelites. The glory, you know, the covenants, the laws, the giving of the law. These things only pertain to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right? Go ahead on.
He had not done so with any nation. And for his judgment.
As for his punishments, right? Go ahead.
They have not known.
They have not known them, because the Lord chastises those that he loves, just like any great parent would, man. Right? You know, Lord don't give a damn about what they do, you know, but he cares about what you are doing in the earth, man. Therefore, he chastises you, right? He's correcting you. You know, for all of those that say, well, I'm going through this, you know, why would the Lord let this happen? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to question the Lord, man? Right? You know, how about you fight your flesh, man? Come up out of this hell, man. Right? Come and join your brothers in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the commanding General Yohana, man. Right? You know, praise ye the Lord, man. Let's drop that. Let's get Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Said what?
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Say, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment. Not everybody on the face of the earth, man. Right? You see, it keeps saying it over and over and over. He say you. Right? He's talking about one group of people. Right? And he taught you these things. Right? When he gave these things, passed these things down to Moses and told Moses to pass those things down into us as a nation of people. And this is the things that we are to keep throughout all our dwellings throughout the earth, man. Right? We are to pass these things down to our sons, right? And our sons' sons and their sons, right? We are to put our nation back in order and separate from the hand of those that hate us, man. Right? Continue on.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do, so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
You hear that? No matter where you go in the earth, man, you are to serve the Lord as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, man. Let's get verse 6.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
You hear that? Say, keep therefore and do them, meaning you are to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. They are not done away with, man. Right? This is how you gain power. You know, this is what you need to be standing on, man. Right? This is how you build a solid foundation, man. You know, and you got to be able to stand on it. You know, you can't bend, you can't break, you can't fold, man. You got to be willing to give your life to serve the Lord, man. It says, keep therefore and do them. For what?
For this is your wisdom.
This is your wisdom, man. This is where you find wisdom. In what?
And your understanding.
This is where you find understanding. Right here in these scriptures, man. Right? It ain't nothing that you going through in this earth that you can't find out how to get through in these goddamn scriptures, man. This is where you find wisdom. This is where you find understanding, man. In the what?
In the sight of the nations.
You know, in the sight of all the other nations in the face of the earth. It don't say go to the other nations to seek wisdom and understanding. It said this is your wisdom and understanding. You know, while you are amongst all these other nations, man. This is what's going to make you the greatest nation on the face of the earth. We would rather give this unto everybody, you know, and become peasants, right? You know, live as, you know, the bottom feeders, man. Instead of being the head, right? We would rather be the tail and let all nations come in and oppress us, right? Continue on.
We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
You hear that? When we turn back to our power and start doing what the Lord said for us to do, man, right? Do the things that the Lord requires of us as a nation of people, then all the nations, they'll look at us and say, man, this is a wise and understanding people, man. Right? Right now, they just point their finger and hiss. You know what I'm saying? And clap their hands and, you know, and point the finger and say, is this the people the Lord chose? You mean the Lord chose them, right? Those addicts, those whores and whoremongers, right? You know, those murderers and thieves, right? Those witches, right? Which are drug dealers, man. Drug users, man. You mean the Lord chose them? That's what they saying right now. You know, because we want to follow after the philosophy of all the other nations, you know, and not find wisdom and understanding right here in our records, man. Let's get verse 7.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh, so near?
You hear that? It says, for what nation is there so great who have God so nigh unto them, man? That have the Lord so close unto them. You got to understand that we are the only nation of people on the face of the earth that have a true living power, man. Right? We have a true living God, man. You know, everybody else, you know, they are coming up with something that they say is a God, But you know, they God ain't it's not living, man. You know, they got to carry their God around. You know, you seen them East Indians, they were throwing all their gods over the goddamn bridge when the goddamn coronavirus came. You know, they had to pour milk on the damn god face and keep scooping it with a damn spoon, feeding their god. You know, they say, well, goddamn, we wasting all this meat, this milk, you know, feeding this goddamn god. And when the coronavirus came, this goddamn god couldn't do nothing to save them, man. They start throwing them damn gods over a damn cliff, man. You know, because they don't have a true living power, man. You are the only nation on the face of the earth that have a true living power, man. And when our obedience is full, then the Lord will be amongst us as a nation of people again, man. And they'll say, man, what great nation that had God so nigh unto them, so close unto them, that's dwelling amongst them, man. A true living power, man. Go ahead with us and say it.
Unto them as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Right? You know, let's get verse 8.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 8. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
You hear that? And what nation is there so great, man? That's the nation of Israel, man. That's the nation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the greatest people to ever walk the face of the earth, man. Right? That's who it's talking about, man. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgment, man? Have a moral compass to live by, man. A moral code, man. Right? You're the only people on the face of the earth that have morals, man. Right? You just got to live by it. You find it right here in this Bible, man. You come and get into the Isupk under the commanding General Johanna, man. You're going to learn how to have some morals. You're going to have a moral code to stand by, stand on, man. Right? You're going to pass those things down to your sons, man. Right? We're going to separate from the hand of our enemies, man. Right? We're going to push forward to taking the kingdom, man. Like the scriptures say, man, the saints of the Lord shall take the kingdom. It's not going to be handed over. It's something that we're going to have to take it. You know, we're going to do that by separating and serving our power, you know, the right way. See where we at, man. All right. I'm gonna get one more, right? I'm gonna get 1 Peter 2:9. Right? It'll be the last one. Go ahead and read it.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. And ye are a chosen generation.
Hear that? Say, ye are a chosen generation, man. Go ahead.
A royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood, man. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Now, these things pertaining to us as a nation of people, not everybody. Go ahead.
A holy nation.
A separate and set apart nation, man. That's who we are. Go ahead.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people, man. Finish it up.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
So you should show forth the praise of him, man. Right? That's calling you up out of darkness, man, into this marvelous light, man, which is the spirit of the Lord, man. Those things that's happening right now here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the commanding General Yohana, man. The only place on the face of the earth where you're going to find the truth according to the Bible and the true spirit of the Lord, man. Right? The Lord said that we are to be one body, right? With no schisms in the body, meaning no separation, no division. There's no need for 10 different schools, 10 different churches on one block, right? The Lord said for us to be one body. And the Isupk under the commanding General Yohana is the one body of the Lord in the earth, man. Right? You know, get into a school in your zone near you, man. Right? Get in these classes. Right? Bring your questions to the men of the Lord, man. Right? Come seek counsel. Get understanding, man. Right? Fix your life. Right? You're not going to get the, you know what I'm saying, the help you need in the world, man. All right? All right, with that, we're going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer 500, Lama Ya, for the security announcements.
My card. It's the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are all living for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves on the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange. After 6 months, if a mother and sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a mother and sister. There's another 6 months with the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is the commandment. Find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 18. Which means 10 of the Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, we will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like of the holy convocations. Second,
I got to get the new one up there.
It's going to be the closing of the feast of first fruits. Closing of the feast of the first fruits, which started Sunday, April the 5th, and will end Sunday, April the 12th, 2026, at sundown. We read about this in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 17 through 20, and in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 6 through 8. If anyone would like to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This concludes the Isupk security announcement.
Then we're going to stand and turn face to east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Lakwaka, Baba'ah, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, your Thundernawa, the Come, Call, your woman, Wasalutness, Kabawatness, Kasalutness, Kabawatness, Wala'ah, Wabi Ainawa, on the side one, above, Power Shine now, Ayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wala'a, Wahata Para, I love you. Amen. In English, our Father, so in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Men of Israel, give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Isupk, Barak, Yabashim Shabakatham, Yadamatai, Saul, men of Israel. Give one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Isupk, Barak, Yahushualatham, Bashim Yahushai. Yadamatai, dismissed.